Hi everyone, it's Nancy, and today I wanted to share with you some items I keep in my Etsy store, and I recently restocked my fabric flips. I do fabric flips every 2 or 3 months, and I usually do anywhere from a half a dozen to a dozen pair or sets. Sometimes there's 3 in a set, sometimes there's just 2. So let's get started. The reason I have these 2 books here is lots of people who journal and use fabric flips also journal with book pages when they make their own journals, or when they purchase journals, they're using pages from beautiful books that have, like, especially poetry and pretty florals. And this book is just an amazing little book. For that kind of thing. I could actually see just journaling straight in this book and not even moving these pages. But anyway, so I did that as an example of how something might look on a book page. And then also a while ago, I made this little Coptic stitch binding book with my monoprinted papers. I love my gel press. Anyway, so if you've done artistic work, I wanted you to see that the fabric flips, even though they're kind of on the elegant side, I use, right now this batch is made all in designer drapery fabric. So they're probably more in keeping with a book like this, but there are pages in a handmade artist journal that a fabric flip would look really pretty in. So that's why they're both here, so I can show and tell them on these 2 types of books. Okay, let's get started. Like I said, most of my flips, or this complete batch, is from drapery or shears, which are drapery fabrics also. This pair, I have a piece of torn muslin that's been stamped with like a rule. There's a netting and another cloth, which was also, it's got a print on it that's somewhat metallic. It's very faint. I don't know if you can see that or not. And this, it's really kind of hard to show you how delicate and lightweight these are, so they make perfect little flips. I've used dyed cheesecloth and a little bit of very old lace, a safety pin, and a little charm. And the companion flip to this one has eco-printed paper on the top, also 2 different drapery fabrics, a piece of sari silk, a little bit of the fabric that was from here that was a drapery fabric, and a lace, a bulb pin, and a little ribbety snap part that looks like it was really old. I think I even found it maybe on the ground somewhere. I'm one of those people who, if I spot it, I pick it up. If it's like interesting like that. And it does look beat up, like it's been ran over or something in a parking lot. But I just wanted to show you how pretty that would look in a page like that, and how nice it might look in an art journal. Also, just real pretty. Maybe not so much with that blue-green page, but yeah, that page. Very nice. Write or journal what you want. Cover it up and enjoy your journal. So there's that pair. This pair is also all drapery, except for the antique lace and ribbons that are on the top. They, most of them are between 4 by 6, 4.5 by 6. Some are 4 by 5. It's a machine embroidered design of like fleur-de-lis type imagery on a real pretty textured surface. A little pin with a button, an embroidered ribbon, a piece of sheer, a piece of silk from a sari ribbon, and then this is sari and antique lace, and this is a little piece of cheesecloth and a little gold pin because there's gold here. And very pretty on this book, and just as wonderful on something like this. Yeah, like, oh yeah, it's right there. That's so sweet. Too bad this isn't like a little pop baby. Oh well, that doesn't work that way, but it does look nice in this book. That's that pair. And because they're nice and lightweight, you could keep adding. If you wanted to put more on this, like buttons and any other mementos that might help make your flips personal to you or your journal, it'd be real easy to do. Here's another set, also all drapery. This is embroidered and it's on like a, well, it's linen. And the embroidery thread is rayon. And this is cheesecloth, a piece of those drapery fabric from that first little set I showed you, more lace, a little button and a pin, a leaf charm, which would make it look really good in a journal about plants. This one also has a leaf charm with one of the Tim Holtz little dangle charms, and cheesecloth, more lace. They're trimmed in different but kind of the same color for their tops, so they're easy to anchor in. They look really great. That looks pretty just on brown paper bag. I covered my book in brown paper bag. There's another pretty example of how it would look in an art journal. Even that, oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Anyway, there's that pair. Now the next two pair are like this one in the base fabric. So it'd be, you know, the availability, if you had a book with 6 signatures and you wanted to have at least one flip per signature, you could. So this one has a piece of torn muslin at the top. This one has lace. They all have something a little different on their charm aspect of their thing. Sometimes I overcast these. Sometimes I just use fray check to keep them in check for not fraying, and pretty. So there's that pair, and here's the other ones that are like that group. This one has a piece of sari silk under this vintage lace. There's more lace and a little bit of that ribbon from one of those others with a little bit of gold and rose in it. Real pretty piece of sheer. I think that sheer might even be silk. And then here's a pretty little flip with the same really old vintage lace, very delicate lace, sari silk ribbon, a piece of embroidered ribbon for the top, a little bit of string, and some cheesecloth just to make it, you know, that's pretty. So that's that set. Then I have this pretty little pair. They are made from a, they're a sheer, of course, because you can see right through them. Although not so bad, you know. Their tops are identical. They're done with eco prints from one of my eco printing projects last summer. And they have matching lace. And the whole little charm part's matching, plus this little bit of snap business. They're a pair. They would work together. Kind of sweet. And the base fabric is a engineered crinkle, so it's designed to look wrinkled like that. So that's very pretty. That looks really sweet on art papers, and that would look nice in the book too. Let's just look for something different. Yeah, look how pretty. So anyway, that's that particular set. Here's oh, I didn't take these out. Excuse the crinkle. I thought I had these all out of the box. So here's a pretty set of shears that have stamped muslin, a piece of sari silk, buttons, and a charm. This one's a leaf, and this one's one of Tim Holtz numbers. Matching little lace toppers. Really pretty. on a art journal, really pretty. Well, that would not be a well-kept secret under there, but you could line it or make it a photograph under there so you really want that peekaboo kind of feeling. So there's that, and this other pair is made from the same fabric as that one. Excuse the crinkles. So sorry, I really thought I had these all out. Just the only two that are still in there. I walked away to get a drink of water, and when I came back, I didn't finish doing that task. This one, these are both the equal prints again, and cheesecloths, a little gauzy sheer. That is really pretty. Tatting and sari silk, the same sheerness. That'd be pretty. Like, pretty, huh? So the next set is from shears that have an opaque panel woven right into them. So the top is sheer and the bottom is opaque. I think the black that's in this might even be like either a plastic or a vinyl type of quality. The rest of it feels like linen. I did a paper ruffle with paper bag that I stamped with little gold polka dots. I don't know if that shows up or not. The bottom patch of fabric is a rose print that's a woven in the design instead of printed. It's an antique lace and a little piece of sari silk and a bulb pin with a purse charm that's dangling. This one's the same except for the charm dangling on this one is a little butterfly. They look pretty in the artsy journal, and of course they're gonna look gorgeous, maybe not with that page, but there'll be something that would look pretty with in, using books. So that's that pair. This pair, I made 3. They are made from shears that are embroidered. I love this fabric. It's all gone now. This is the last. Well, there might be 1 or 2 pieces left. I used them in my Ambrook 52 tag challenge, handmade tag. But anyway, it's really pretty sheer with rayon embroidery and little gems in there. And this particular one has silk sari ribbon and then a piece of embroidery from somewhere else on the fabric, which happened to be, this bit of embroidery. And then more lace, a little string of buttons, and a safety pin. The scallop on the topper of this little flip is actually 100% cotton fabric. And that little, this one has the pear, and they have the same little pieces, but different little set of buttons. Oh, actually, no, those buttons are looking pretty similar. Maybe they're different. And then their companion piece that would, help them go in the book is the linen sheer with the embroidery on it, a butterfly charm hanging from a safety pin with a butterfly applique that's just pinned in, silk sari, and piece of gauze. The paper ruffle was wrinkled, and then I stitch a 1/2-inch little scrap of my rolls are sometimes 6 to 10 feet long, and every 3 to 5 inches is a different print in there, and I just go in and grab whatever I think would look good on a tag and get segments of scraps of paper ruffles all over the studio. I just use them up real quick in books and stuff. So that's that set. And this is the last set I'm showing today, just because this is it for now. I work on them somewhat regularly. This is a really beautiful sheer that looks metallic-y, but it's not really. It's just got a shiny, shiny fabric, like maybe it's polyester in there. There is a cotton and rayon embroidery with maybe a lurex or something shiny. for the leaves. There's lace for the top. The little charm area I pinned was a piece of muslin, a piece of black ribbon, black safety pin, and crochet doily, and a little tiny angel, faceted angel charm. And they're both the same. And you can, I don't know if this one, yeah, you can pick them up and put something in between if you want. This one I kind of pinned down to that like that. It's probably not the best page to demonstrate this on a book page, but there you can kind of see how pretty that looks with just mostly black and white. And in the art journal or in an artist's book, this, well, that's too warm and creamy. It needs to be, this would need to be with something that had white in it instead of buff. And that looks nice. Maybe not so much for the art journal. But anyway, they're both very pretty, and they're all in the Etsy store. So if you like using fabric flips, I hope that inspired you on ways to use them, and if that makes you excited to try them in your book and you never have, I hope you give it a go of making your own or checking out my Etsy store. And there's lots of other makers on YouTube and Etsy that sell fabric flips, and I invite you to explore any of them because they're all kind of a wonderful experience. So thank you for watching my video today. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye for now.